For as long as most of us have been driving, there's been one simple answer to the question, what's a good, reliable car? And that answer is the Toyota Corolla. It's kind of the default choice, and for good reason. But the world's changed a lot. So, is the default choice still the best choice? Let's get into it.
See, that's the big question we're trying to figure out today. The Corolla's whole reputation is built on being the smart, safe bet. But you've got cars from Honda, Hyundai, Kia. They are all seriously stepping up their game. So we've got to ask, does the 2026 Corolla still deserve to be the go-to for the practical car buyer?
And this isn't just some academic exercise. This is a real-world problem, right? It's what I like to call the commuter's dilemma, finding the perfect tool for that daily grind.
So here's the core of it. The Corolla absolutely nails the basics. I mean, it'll get you from point A to point B with zero drama, day in and day out. The problem isn't that the Corolla is a bad car, not at all. The problem is that its rivals have gotten really, really good. They're often offering just a bit more space, a bit more polish, maybe even a bit more fun for basically the same money. But first, let's talk about what the Corolla does best. These are the promises it's always made, the reasons millions and millions of people have parked one in their driveway. And honestly, it all kicks off with efficiency.
Okay, check this number out. 40.2 miles per gallon. And listen, that is not some fantasy number cooked up in a lab. That's from Edmunds' real-world test drive. Hitting over 40 mpg in a regular, non-hybrid car, that is seriously impressive and a huge, huge win for your wallet.
And the good news doesn't stop with gas mileage. For 2026, a blind spot monitor is now standard on every single trim. That's awesome. You also get the entire Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 package, again standard. Throw in a simple, easy-to-use interior, 2 years of free maintenance with Toyota Care, and a resale value that's always been rock solid. And you've got a car that's just, well, it's just easy to live with. But of course, nothing's perfect. To give you all that low-hassle goodness at this price, Toyota had to make some choices, some compromises. So now, let's flip the coin and look at the necessary trade-offs. And this is where you really feel those trade-offs. The acceleration, it's fine. It's adequate. That 0 to 60 time of 8.8 seconds means you really got to plan your merges onto the freeway. And once you're on the highway, you're going to notice a good bit of road noise. It's not the quietest cruiser. While it feels safe and totally predictable to drive, nobody's ever going to call it sporty. A lot of its rivals just feel more powerful and more refined on the road.
Then you've got practicality. The trunk space, at 13.1 cubic feet, is totally usable for groceries and stuff. But I mean, just look at a major rival like the Honda Civic. That extra space in the Civic can be the difference between easily fitting all your luggage for a trip and, having to sit on a suitcase to get it to close.
And oh, here's one of my modern pet peeves. It kind of chips away at that simple value of the Corolla. Getting cool stuff like remote start is great, but then finding out you have to pay a monthly subscription to keep using it after the free trial runs out, it just feels like a bit of a gotcha, a hidden cost you have to factor in.
Okay, so we've seen the good, we've seen the not so good. Let's put it all together now. Who is this car really for? Are you the ideal driver for a 2026 Toyota Corolla? I think the perfect owner has one defining trait. They are a pragmatist. This is the pragmatist's choice. It's for the person who sees a car not as a toy or a status symbol, but as a reliable tool, like a good appliance that just makes life easier.
So, does this sound like you? Ask yourself, do you prioritize low hassle over high tech? Would you take a bunch of standard safety features over a fast 0 to 60 time any day of the week? Do you want buttons you can actually find without looking instead of some flashy, confusing screen? If you're nodding your head yes, if efficiency and long-term ownership are way more important to you than excitement and gimmicks, then yeah, you are right in the Corolla's wheelhouse.
All right, let's make this really simple. We've gone through all the evidence. It's time to bring it all home and talk about your final decision.
It really just boils down to this. You should absolutely buy the 2026 Corolla if you want a super efficient, super safe car that's easy to use and cheap to own. It is a champion in those areas. But you should probably think twice, maybe test drive some rivals. If you want a car that feels quick, if you do a lot of highway driving and want a quiet ride, or if you just need the absolute most room for people and stuff.
And that brings me to one final thought. The biggest competitor to the regular gas Corolla might not be the Civic or any other car. It might just be the Corolla Hybrid. Think about it. If the gas model's #1 strength is efficiency, the hybrid takes that and just cranks it up to 11, and often for not a whole lot more money. So maybe the real question isn't if you should buy a Corolla, but why you wouldn't just double down on its best feature and get the hybrid. Just something to think about.